So welcome, Damaris. Thank you for being here. Can you tell us a little bit about your interest in birth and postpartum and what led you into this area?
Yeah, I'd love to. My journey started back in Germany. That's where I'm from. And even as a teenager, I already had a passion for women's well-being in general. And I like the idea to work closely with women and promote their physical, emotional, and mental health throughout their pregnancy, birth, and postpartum journey. It's a very holistic and versatile area because you have the medical side, but then you also have things like nutrition, exercise, massage, and the whole personal and emotional aspects. So I really like that you work with the whole person and don't necessarily try to fix things, but to promote the health and strength and resources that I believe we as women have to in us to birth and mother our babies. So yeah, that's why I studied midwifery and I worked in a hospital and then in a midwife practice back in Germany where I supported women in their pregnancy, then through home birth and throughout their postpartum journey.
Oh, that is so wonderful. And the fact that you have that background in midwifery just gives you such a strong foundation into the, the medical and clinical side of things, but also sounds like the model of midwifery care in Germany is really quite advanced and it covers such a holistic range of things. So that's amazing. You understand the physiology of birth, but also the emotional needs of the mother in those early days. So is there an area that you particularly enjoy the most?
Yeah, I really enjoyed working in the midwifery practice because I was able to offer a care that was very personal, holistic, and continuous throughout pregnancy, birth, and postpartum. I think it's very special to come alongside women and their partner early on in their pregnancy and then support them throughout the whole journey. That really gave me the opportunity to get to know women and women to get to know me so they could feel comfortable with me and we could build a level of trust, which is really important for such a very intimate and vulnerable journey. And that really, I guess, opened up opportunities for women to share their personal stories, to share fears, things that are in their mind that are really important because they really can impact birth and postpartum and really their like motherhood journey. So I enjoyed that we could be so personal. And that gave me the opportunity to really provide a very individual support to each woman because everyone is different and everyone has their own preferences and needs and unique strength. And I really enjoyed that I could work with those individual strengths and encourage women in their unique resources and strengths that they had and help them really to bring that out to have a very enjoyable and healthy journey to their motherhood.
Yeah, that's beautiful. So I'm hearing from you that it wasn't just a one-size-fits-all approach, that you really did look at each individual woman and their specific needs and developed a real connection, which is so important and helps a woman feel very safe. And that's a really beautiful thing too. So I guess talking more about doulas then, how did your doula journey begin?
Yeah, my doula journey really started here in Australia. I guess two main reasons. One was my background in midwifery. So I do have the experience and the knowledge in the area, and also the passion just to help women throughout their pregnancy, birth, and postpartum. I guess what really like led me on the path of being a doula was when I experienced my sister-in-law having her first baby, and that was the first time really that I was so close to someone here in Australia who had a baby, that I experienced the healthcare system here. And I was, to be honest, quite shocked by the lack of support that she received after she had the baby. And that just made me look more into how the system here works. And I realized that there's not very much postpartum support that is provided to women here after they have their baby. So I found out about doulas, and yeah, became really passionate about using the experience and knowledge that I have in that area to do my part to fill that gap and meet that need.
Great. And your passion is certainly palpable. We can really feel it. And it sounds as though it was such a nice transition and just a natural progression for you to enter into this work. Thank you so much for sharing about your story and your background. It's really been interesting to learn a little bit more about that.